going in with that tank to finish things off as well. But yeah, FireBatHero has had Goliaths out already, so I'm not exactly sure what Iris hoped to accomplish by going for Wraiths, except perhaps that, I mean, Tank Wraith is a good combination. It eats up a lot of gas though, but it is a really good combination to go for. You know, the Wraiths can float above the tanks, they can kill off dropships fairly easily, and don't let those vultures go in the back again, dude. Okay, now he's going to trap them in with his own vultures, and slaughter Iris's vultures before they can do too much damage. Anyway, but Iris is having to play defensively here. The firing line is next to Iris's base, so he's having to play a little bit defensively. It doesn't mean that FireBatHero is going to have a longer supply route to get reinforcements over there, but anyway, it looks like Iris is actually trying to take that third base. He's going to try and float over his command center, whereas FireBatHero is actually building a command center. They're probably both going to get their expansions up at exactly the same time, actually. FireBatHero needs to get those raids out of there, yeah. Doesn't lose any, luckily. But, oh, he was distracted by a little bit of an attack down here, trying to force that tank line back little by little. And really, he should kind of go from the side where he's kind of going from the side. Not quite enough from the side. I think he could really make use of his superior... Well, he actually doesn't even have superior numbers at this point. But yeah, they're going to get it up at the same time because Iris is going to have to clear out that mine before he can land that command center. And in that amount of time it takes for him to do that, FireBatHero is just going to get his command center built entirely from scratch in that bottom left location. So, again, both players are going to be pretty much even here. An attack coming out from Iris here. FireBatHero, without much vulture support, loses a couple tanks. He's got Wraiths of his own to come in and back up, though. And again, Iris, I think, taking a little bit of advantage in that. Nicely done. Going in there, picking off the tank with, I'm not sure if the Wraiths got the kill or if the tank got the kill. But he was able to spot for the tanks one way or another with those Wraiths. And now, yeah, see, there's exactly... Expansion's going up exactly at the same time. Iris doing a little bit better with his Maynarding. And Iris persisting with building those Wraiths in the back with his spare money. I don't know if FireBatHero knows that those Wraiths are coming or not. Iris has not revealed his Wraiths yet. And in the meantime, FireBatHero, I think, has lost his Goliaths in these various engagements. So Iris is actually going to be in a really good position when those Wraiths come out to do some damage. FireBatHero now getting that third base up and running. Iris sending in a couple vultures to try and deal with it, but FireBatHero has a couple extra vultures and is able to do just fine. Now here's the Wraiths coming out now. 4 Wraiths descending upon that single Wraith, and now FireBatHero with a little bit of a look of shock on his face, realizing he's going to have to deal with this. He doesn't have any SCVs in the way, and again, it's a longer supply route for FireBatHero. He's going to have to pick up his tanks and basically abandon his front line to fall back, and Iris giving chase with his own forces. FireBatHero realizing this, sieges up to try and get as much damage as he can on Iris's following forces from the high ground. Tanks! Oh! Tanks get slaughtered! I think a mine went off in that. The Wraiths as well, the tanks as well, the vultures, everything all at once destroys FireBatHero's entire force. And now he's moving out with dropships. Iris is running around with his own force of Wraiths, trying to pick off tanks and what have you. I'm not sure what FireBatHero... Oh, he's going to try and pick off that expansion at the bottom right, I guess. Perhaps seize that territory, keep it from getting into Iris's hands in the long term. Finally, those Goliaths coming in, finally, to chase off those raids. And some vultures coming in to check that bottom left corner are going to... well, now, no, never mind. They finally do see this expansion come up with the natural in that location. Anyway, FireBatHero in a bit of trouble here. He's lost any kind of map control that he had. He has an inferior force now. So that was a really, really good Wraith attack by Iris, waiting until he had 4 or 5 Wraiths to go in, and they were really able to do a lot of damage. Now he's going to go in here and attack some SCVs. No, maybe not. I don't know why he's not, but he's not. Perhaps because he wants them focused on this battle here. Tanks going up on both sides. FireBatHero gets up the siege first, gets off the first round of siege hits, but he has less siege tanks in play, and so they basically trade a few tanks for each side. And FireBatHero not in a good position here. The last couple battles he's been kind of forced to siege up in a not that good position because the battle kind of came to him, although the last time he at least took the high ground, and that was a good thing. I think that's the only reason why he doesn't do any damage to Iris whatsoever, although those mines were just beautiful and wow, that was just a slaughter. Anyway, Iris is now going to take the expansion at the 11 o'clock position with his tanks. I don't think he's going to take it as an expansion of his own. He may, I guess. It would be a decent place to take, actually, but I think he's probably just thinking about sieging up and taking that territory to make sure that FireBatHero doesn't get it. No, he is going to take the expansion for his own, actually, and he's got tanks there. FireBatHero is going to drop his own forces there. Not the best drop, though. He needed to drop them on top of the tanks for them to really put the best effect. And instead, he dropped them outside of range, outside of the tanks, so they were able to they were able to get at their minimum range. What I mean to say is Iris's tanks were able to use their minimum range to still hit FireBatHero's tanks. And now Iris going in with 2 dropships worth of tanks inside FireBatHero's base. This is not looking good for FireBatHero at all. He's basically lost his entire force over and over again. And more dropships coming in with more forces. He's sieging up his reinforcements directly inside the base. He may be able to hold this off, but in the meantime, Iris is probably expanding. He's ferrying more troops, and there is a ton of tanks in FireBatHero's base right now. FireBatHero does have a couple dropships. There's 2 Goliaths there going to stop. Oh my gosh, more forces being ferried in. Iris's entire force being ferried in there. And FireBatHero, really a good thing to do right now would be a counter. But he doesn't have really the forces to counter even. And look, this dropship's going to get assaulted right on its way out of the starport. This is not looking good at all. He's already lost a factory, I think. He's going to have to lift his starport and run that out. Here's the 3 dropships. Is he going to be able to drop on top of those forces? 3 dropships worth of units for Iris are going to be able to reinforce as well. He really needs to run in with a few dropships and drop all over that force of Iris's. He needs to just forget about this. No, there isn't even 2 Goliaths yet. FireBatHero needs to go in now. He needs to go in now and drop on that force. Counterattack on that force. Otherwise, when these dropships come in and drop more Goliaths and more forces in play, FireBatHero is not going to have anything to dislodge this from his base. He really needs to sack his army, I think, and just go in with some dropships and drop on top of that. He's losing his factories right now. His factories are getting assaulted. They're getting burned down. And he's running his dropships away. Oh, he must have comstatted Iris's forces going down here. He knows that even if he has intruded into the main, it's not completely catastrophic, but if he loses his expansions, that is the worst. And here, no, I guess he didn't even know that was going on, or it was too late. A little bit of a frown on the FireBatHero's face. I think he knows he's in real trouble now, especially when he's in a position to, take the game. And you know that FireBatHero would have done a dance if he'd won the playoffs, if he'd won the final game of the playoffs against CJ. So I think that we're going to miss out on some FireBatHero dancing here because Iris just keeps pushing him back. Yeah, keeps pushing him back over and over again. And look at this, losing a dropship, possibly with forces inside it as well, as FireBatHero goes for a paltry counterattack, just running through turrets. Going to lose a dropship. Probably, yeah, dropship goes down. Is going to get a small force in there, but it's not quite going to be enough. My screen just turned off for inactivity at the 20-minute mark. But okay, now it's back on. Yeah, it looks like Iris is going to defend that bottom right corner. In the meantime, he's also going to take out FireBatHero's expansion at the 7 o'clock position. Yeah, he's going to clean that up. He's going to clean up both those. And FireBatHero, with a foothold in his main, Iris having a foothold in his main is really just going to be in bad shape all over. And it's going to lose this game eventually. So wow, Iris being a little bit aggressive in the beginning, going for that 2 factory push, not really doing much with the 2 factory push, and that's why factory in the command center can be so powerful, is because you can still hold off a 2 factory push sometimes with it, especially when you have a ramp like that. You can hear my voice is going, so I'm sorry. The next game's probably I might take a rest before that. Well, actually, these are just going to get uploaded in sequence, so you won't hear any delay, but I might wait a few minutes to rest my voice before doing the next game. But anyway, yeah, so Iris being aggressive, it didn't really pay off, but then he was able to accomplish a lot with the battles in the mid-game and was really just able, I mean, that's basically what it came down to, is the tactical victory for Iris, winning the crucial battles, and I think it did come down to that slaughter when he had the wraiths, and he went in with mines and tanks and really just took out FireBatHero's entire force. It gained him enough map control that he was able to accomplish everything else that all the other tactics in this game that enabled him to win in the long run. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that game. Next game is going to be Movie versus Junie, a kind of a second stringer game, but should be exciting nonetheless, and possibly an ace match after that. We will see. Hope you guys enjoy this game. Take care. Thanks for watching.